Alright, we're heading into map number 2 between KemPeR and Protois. It is still human versus undead, and it is a bit laggy. Okay, now I guess it's fixed, hopefully. And Protois again starts with Alter and Ziggurat. KemPeR on the other side of the map with Alter and Barracks first. And we'll see if he's going to go for Rifleman Caster again, or if he's this time going to go for a fast expansion. Guess I didn't get to voice it yet, but KemPeR is certainly one of the players who was pretty known for playing one base against both human and Night Elf. I mean, against the other two races, of course, as well. But then again, this is Echo Isles, you know, one of the most prominent maps for fast expansion. So we'll see what he's going to decide to go for here. Protois on the other side of the map. We'll see if his next building is going to be a Ziggurat or a Graveyard. We'll see if it's going to be Ghouls early on or... Okay, there's the Ziggurat. So it's going to be Ghouls early on. I mean, his Ghoul micro in the early game was pretty impressive on Turtle Rock, so I guess there's not really a reason for him to change things up. IEM first against Death Knight. And I guess this one is the most likely camp for KemPeR to take early on, since, you know, this one isn't exactly, this one first isn't exactly the 2007 way to go. And at the same time, I mean, we've seen him creep on map number 1, the tiny turtles without any militia, super greedy in terms of economy, and that certainly didn't go too well for him. So I guess going for the Merc camp with a lot of militia early on would be a drastic switch. But maybe he will. IEM is out right now, and we'll see what he's gonna decide to end up going for. He's moving his footman to the bottom, and he's actually gonna go for this one first without any militia again. So far, somewhat similar opening by both of them. The Death Knight, of course, is gonna go harassing again, and the IEM, as we see, is gonna go creeping again, and this is going to provide him with very little experience, but it should be somewhat safe. This time he's going for the big one as well. Protois, by the way, with the Scout Acolyte this time, which died to the creeps at the top, so no Scout Ghoul, which I guess is just due to the fact that first XP for Protois as well, just due to the fact that in this on Echo Isles here, there's no need for a Scout Ghoul necessarily, because there's only one spawn position the human's gonna be, and the Acolyte with his inferior movement speed compared to the Ghoul is still going to be able to provide all the information that Protois needs. KemPeR heading across the map right now. Is he gonna tech behind this? Yes. So same approach.
Upgrade complete.
Footman just running around the middle. And once again, is he again gonna just go for the creep camp right in front of here, triggering the Ghouls to come out and then have the battle for it, basically? Is that the plan? We'll see. That didn't go all too well for him on Turtle Rock.
Our forces are under attack.
Now pulling the Ghouls, and yeah, he sees the IEM running around here. Maybe he would just want to creep check the Ghouls here. Yeah, pulling away. Footmen so far haven't been able to get us around or anything against the IEM, and it looks like now we're gonna have the first little engagement here. Death Knight needs to be careful. Surround goes on the Water Metal. The Ghoul is being pulled back in time. Still plenty, of course, available. Almost full mana on the DK, coiling one of the Ghouls here. Surround attempt onto the IEM, and that one is being careful though. The Ghoul as well as the Footman taking a little bit of damage, and once again we do have some FPS, which is annoying, but perhaps fixed again now. And Protois is this time the one who's gotta fall back. At least he didn't get any free Footmen this time, only the Water Mantle. Didn't lose anything though as well. The Ghoul should maybe harvest lumber somewhere else, not as far up front. But KemPeR seems to be putting some emphasis on finally getting level 2 on his AM this time, maybe a little bit more quickly than on Turtle Rock, but with the coil available, I don't think that that's gonna happen. He needs like one more hit and then he can coil this one into the ground, but the ghoul is ensnared, so he's gonna have to spend the coil to keep that ghoul alive for the moment, and another ghoul is getting ensnared. He's marching forward against the water elemental again, and he's actually getting the coil on the ogre warrior again, not getting this around on the water elemental here. The ghoul has to be pulled back. Some little mistakes here by Protois with his ghoul micro, not getting this around on the water elemental there. This one is being pulled back in time, question mark. He's pulling back from the footman, and yes, he's getting back from or he's getting away from the human army. Protois again not losing anything, getting the next water elemental killed and getting all 3 of these creeps. He is level 2, KemPeR is again only level 1.5. And yeah, tier 2 finished, blacksmith again, arcane sanctum coming, first rifleman coming, range upgrade coming. So yeah, the expected follow-up here by KemPeR, whereas Protois, yeah, going for the quick tier 3 again. No Lich yet. He's got a decent lot of resources. He could spend it on either Slaughterhouse, double Slaughterhouse, Lich, maybe another Sigura. Okay, another Sigura is already coming. And this time he's going to be the one to be creep checked. And is he gonna lose his first ghoul here? It doesn't look like it thus far, because nothing's ensnared. He's got the aura, and KemPeR isn't able to finish off anything. But the majority of the creeps are still alive here, so yeah, that's something that KemPeR is certainly gonna be willing to work with. And he's getting the first of the ogre warriors here, or his first of the ogre warriors. The other one did go to Protois already. And now it's going to be about the Ogre Magi. Neither of the players has a second hero out yet. Couple of ghouls and the Death Knight against a couple of riflemen and the footman. There is mana for one more coil here. The Undead army really needs to stay careful here though. The damage output not insignificant at the moment. Mountain King second is out, and Protois is giving up to this creep to KemPeR. Rightfully so. Apparently he's got the right sense of timing here to be aware at what point the Mountain King should be joining the army, and big mana potion for that one. And double Slaughterhouse for Protois, as well as tier 3, as well as the Lich, which is about to spawn right now on the Rubian Tower finish already. Spirit Tower is coming in this time. This isn't looking as terrible, not nearly looking as terrible as it did on Turtle Rock for KemPeR. He didn't lose over his footman. He is able to apply. And yeah, Protois this time is gonna have to defend a proper rifleman push apparently. Nova used first by the Lich. The Spirit Tower has finished. Tier 3 is about to finish. Very important. He's gonna be able to get the orb. A shitload of ghouls is still available for the human, for the undead, and the human doesn't really have the means to deal with all of those yet, as it appears. All of the footmen are falling all of a sudden. Death Knight level 3. He's gonna have a coil, well, in a while. But that didn't go all too well for KemPeR. Yeah, Nova, footmen, skeletons, towers, got rid of them extremely quickly, and all of a sudden things are looking terrible again for the human player. Lich has got the orb right now, 40 supply for KemPeR, 34 only for Protois. This army looks a lot bigger than it actually is due to the skeletons. But the orb and the level 3 DK are gonna make it pretty hard still for KemPeR to trade efficiently. Yeah, the first rifleman is being picked off. The statue is taking a bit of damage. The first ghoul in this fight is falling. The next rifleman is going to get picked off, and this is yeah, this is not great for the Russian here. Wow, he's actually getting that one out. Yeah, the Death Knight is out of mana. Nova is slowing down the next rifleman though, and perhaps, I guess, one of the casters should at least get picked off here as well. Now the Death Knight is failing with his block here. Lich and Death Knight are both out of mana. Still, the casters are extremely slow compared to the ghouls and the heroes, but
Our forces are under attack.
yeah, thanks to the damage output of the IEM, the Rifleman and the Mountain King, for the moment these casters are able to stay alive, and now the ghouls are going to become a bit more easy targets again. Next skeleton spawned here. KemPeR still trying to fight this in the middle. The next priest is in a bit of trouble. The only upside for him is really the Brilliance Aura currently, which provides him with a bit of slow, with a bit of healing on his priests, and with some bolts and water elementals compared to Protois, who's just now getting his first statue out. Second slaughterhouse has to be rebuilt. So at least he delayed that, but for the price of all of his footmen. Now continuing to creep.
Our forces are under attack.
More ghouls being pulled out of the base. Crypt Lord is coming now. And yeah, with the 2 statues, he can creep somewhat efficiently, doesn't take all too much damage, regenerates mana at a somewhat decent pace. Replenishment potion is awesome. Can use that on the DK if he wants to right now to get a decent chunk of mana back. Is he? No, looks like he's not. Did he get any items? No, he's just continuing to move down here. Apparently eager to prevent KemPeR from doing all too much, but I'm not really sure if he's ready for that. Or let me rephrase that, I don't think he's ready for that yet. He's got his destroyer upgrade finished though. 1 destroyer in the air, 2 statues still. Crypt Lord is out, but not a single abomination yet with this army. And yeah, Tome of XP is helping, of course. Level 3 for the Lich now, thanks to that. But yeah, level 3 for the Mountain King as well. AM 2.5 still only. Protois continues creeping, 47 supply for him. Let's see if he's willing to take that fight here already. AM should maybe try to not be in the front line. KemPeR that is, decides to kill one of the ghouls, not the Ogre Magite. The Rifleman starting with a pretty terrible position, 2 of them getting killed immediately here. Next Nova is coming in, 2 of the ghouls, I think, no, all 3 actually, with the one that got bolted down. Got killed here, this time it is the priests who are a little bit far up front. And Coil finishes one of those. The Death Knight still looking somewhat okay. There's one more mana, one more bolt remaining on this Mountain King. And is he gonna dodge it again? No, he's not dodging it, but it looks like he's still gonna be able to pull back towards the left-hand side. This Rifleman up, yeah, not too close to the DK, so cannot follow the bolt up with enough damage. And now the Town Portal is being pulled after losing another statue here by Protois. Yeah, I'm still questioning his decision to actually go for that fight here already, without having, you know, a few more abominations on the field and, you know, a few destroyers more with mana and just, you know, being ready is what I'm trying to get at here. Yeah, DK level 4. Let's see, he's used the replenishment potion by now. This time Unholy Aura level 2, so no Death Pact in this game. Level 3.5 Lich, level 1.5 Crypt Lord. KemPeR is going for the XP Tome Murlocs right now as well. Let's see, is he getting... Nope. He's getting Tome of Agility. AM is gonna get level 3 nevertheless. And Protois taking another big camp with the solo Crypt Lord here. So that one is going to get a huge XP boost here. Definitely wants to have that one eventually on level 3 for the level 2 Impale. I mean, level 4-3 on his first 2 heroes is looking pretty good already. So the Crypt Lord is, yeah, the one really lacking here at the moment. MK 3.5, 2 heal scrolls for KemPeR. 50 supply for Protois, 55 for KemPeR. This guy is dropping Ring of Protection +3. Well, he's got a lot of armor. 11 armor in total, plus the coil, so he's a decent tank, to say the least. 2-0 attack upgrades on the Rifleman already. And are we gonna see the fight here again? He doesn't have to destroy us more often. I think that's really not the optimal fight to take for him again, but maybe it's still gonna be enough for him. The Death Knight is pulling back immediately. He'd really like to have his Crypt Lord tanking the bulk of the damage here. The one destroyer gets attacked by the Rifleman, but they are charging very deeply into this undead army, and that's also not really the position you want to be in with these Riflemen. Impale is going against the peasants here who apparently were militia at some point but have turned back already. Coil goes on the Lich. The destroyer here is being pulled, basically being put back, well, just a little bit, not far enough. And now he's going for those upfront Riflemen as it appears. The destroyer is do a dispel already, not quite sure. The one abomination in the back is taking a bit of damage. Does He have a town portal actually. I guess, yeah, he does have one, and he's gonna have to use that eventually, as he's totally ran out of steam in this fight, and it's only gonna go downward for him from here. The Mountain King has to fall back already. Nova going into these peasants. The DK, yeah, now the town portal is being pulled. The DK on the top is still looking very healthy, and this fight, despite not being quite entirely prepared, turned out just fine for Protois, getting the late game tech advantage very nicely into play here. Does he not have another dispel with yeah, now he's coming in, dispelling the slow, getting some more mana for free. He can go ahead and creep the corner right now. Yeah, not really any items remaining. 4, 4, and 3 for Protois. Whereas KemPeR is just going for the screen cam, finally getting level 4 in his MK. IEM is still 3. But yeah, right now he is 48 against 58 supply. Weaker heroes, you know, inferiorly teched army, inferiorly sized army, inferiorly equipped heroes. Yeah, well, better upgrades perhaps? Yeah, better upgrades, so got something going for him here. But other than that, DK got an invul potion here. Period of Vitality dropped in the corner. Gonna have that on the Death Knight. How many statues does he have here? 2. Do the destroyers have mana? Nope, he could drain some. Or he could wait for the sorceresses to cast something. For DM to cast the water metal. Impel is coming in here. Wow, he's keeping these guys so passive. I guess he just wants to swoop in right now and immediately get the dispels, and the Mountain King is the first target here, down to 380 HP immediately. Going for the Rifleman now, dispel against the Water Elementals. Death Knight gets a bolt. The Clap is coming in actually nicely, but he's got so little damage output. The Rifleman, except for 2, have already been sniped, and there is no damage output. The Militia, well, they don't contribute all too much. One after another of them is going down. 37 supply for KemPeR, 64 for Protois. And the IEM does have no town portal. GG, well played, GL. And Protois takes this one to 0. Well, the early game went a little bit better for KemPeR. He got at least, you know, he didn't get all of his footmen killed immediately. And then he went for this push against the very well defended undead base. Nerubian Tower, Spirit Tower, main. Lich just finished a huge load of skeletons and ghouls, and it turned out that all of his footmen just died within a few seconds, and then he had to fall back already, and that was already quite bad for him. Protois, again, kind of like on Turtle Rock, got a little bit overeager to fight early on before he was entirely ready. Nevertheless, got into a decent position in the late game. And then clearly again, I guess it was totally over after the fight at the left hand side, on top of the Murloc camp. And yeah, with the tier 3 tech, just, yeah, quite clearly won that one. And yeah, quite clearly takes the 2-0 here. So Protois, 2 victories, 0 losses so far, 4 maps won, 0 maps lost so far. He is yeah, gonna go into the 3rd playday with a perfect score. He's gonna face, who is he gonna face next? Trash. So yeah, Trash of course still has his next match to play. But before that, we're gonna see Satini against Ciara as our next best of 3. And yeah, as always, I hope you'll tune in for that. I hope you'll give this one a thumbs up and you'll comment on this one. And I'll see you next time. Bye.